What up, what up, what up, world? It's your boy Jaystar, man. We got the showdown for Sunday night. Oh my God, my Packers, my Packers, my Packers. Whew, man, this is a big game, man. Big game, man. Playoffs or go home. So let's get it. Let's get into this as we always do. So Detroit runs a 4-3 man defense. Packers run a 3-4 zone defense. So points that each team is giving up per position. We got the Lions at 24 and a half for quarterback, running back 16 points, wide receiver 42 points, tight end 10 points, defense only 1 point, and kicker 6.6 points. Packers are giving up 19.9 points to quarterback, running back 23.9, and wide receiver 33.8. Tight end 11.6, defense 2.8, kicker 7.5. Okay, so for the for the Lions side, we look like we have best plays would be running back. So we got Swift, of course, Jamal Williams. Definitely, for 23.9 points, definitely possible captain plays there. Looks like we got definitely St. Brown for the wide receiver play there. Quarterback 19.9. I don't really know if I would take Goff at captain. I think, Packers have done pretty decent of holding quarterbacks, that don't really rush the ball, I feel like, down to decent numbers. So I would say those three would probably be the best captains here. Besides that, flex options, yes, Goff would be in there if he was taking a receiver at captain. But, these tight ends, man, this is where it's going to be crazy because they've been throwing to the tight ends for touchdowns. 2 touchdowns to Brock Wright, but then the game before that, I know I would say Chart is a play. The game before, wait, let me also look at that again. So Packers, okay, so kicker is 7.5. So the kicker would be in play too. And Ziltra, yeah. So I believe he just came off of 3 touchdowns exactly. So they have the tight ends, man. You all the way down to Zilstra, basically. You can play because him, as well as Reynolds, Raymond, Jamison, Williams, I think still is kind of slowly getting into things and things like that. Looks like he ran for 40 yards. So they're slowly using him as a gadget player, which I'm shocked because I feel like he's a really good receiver. But they're still using Josh Reynolds, and definitely using Raymond a lot more and things like that. So those all would be good plays here for this side. Let's switch it up, though, and go to the Packer side here. So since they do run a man-style defense, we're looking at 24 points for Rodgers. So possibly, he has a really good game. 16 points to running backs. I feel like, definitely, Aaron Jones or even Dylan, since they are at home, could be in play for that. I think Watson is the best play because it is a man-style defense. I feel like if you line him up, man, he possibly beats them. And it's great to see that he's practiced all week. So I definitely feel like he's been getting more rhythm this week for the game plan. I really like to pay attention to how receivers are practicing because I feel like running backs and quarterbacks, yeah, they might not have to practice so much, to prepare for a game when they're really good at least. But, being he's a rookie receiver too, I feel like he needs to be there for throughout the whole week because like when he was going off, he was healthy. So going against Dallas healthy, going against Tennessee healthy. He practiced those weeks, fully. Going against Philly, practiced the full. We had almost like basically a bye since we played Tennessee on a Thursday. He practiced though fully. Chicago practiced fully. Then the Rams game, I think we was coming off a bye. He was good. Practice just was they finally started double covering him, which was crazy in a zone style defense. Didn't really practice to go against Miami because I think he was banged up for the Rams. He was banged up after Miami too. Didn't really practice. Go to Minnesota, doesn't play well. So I really feel that coming off of full practice, knows the game plan, getting ready for this man-style defense. I'm sure they're going to have a lot of plays for him to get open. I think that we will be able to establish the run. So I definitely feel like Rodgers could have a better day throwing. These are like the 4 best plays to me, at captain. Besides that, we're looking at just flex plays. You got to put in Lazard. I feel, though, that Lazard does better against zone defenses. Let me just make sure. Because Miami is a man defense, but Minnesota is a zone. Chicago is, let me make sure that again. Are they a zone or they're a man? Bears. They're man defense. So man defense there. Does decent there. Then he okay, so he actually does better. It seems like against man style defenses then, because it looks like a lot of them are man defense that I see him putting up decent amount of points. Yeah, so definitely got to put Lazard in there. Dobbs. Let me see. Minnesota, Miami, man, and Rams zone. Okay, Buffalo zone did good. New England, they're a man. He did 14. Tampa Bay, great. So decent play for him. Could definitely put him in there. Tanyan, though, on the other end. Let's see, because he finally did good. He usually always does good against Minnesota, though. Did decent. I mean, first game he only had 3 catches, but usually it gets a touchdown against them most of the time. I noticed that. New England, man, Jets zone. It seems like he's better against zone than he is against man. But we do know Detroit gives up tight end, and possibly they're just that bad and they leave him wide open. So I would definitely have to say Tanyan is in there. But let me see, what was it for kicker? Again, let me check that again real quick. 6.6. It's not really a lot of points. So I don't really know about Crosby being the best play. I don't mind taking a shot at the defense, though. I know Detroit has been a way better team, at home, scoring, keeping the defense down and things like that. But special teams has been really good. Defense has been playing really good. So I definitely think Packers defense could show up huge at home, knowing that the playoffs is on the line. Yeah, that could help them a lot. And I don't even mind taking shots at Cobb, but I think I would pick the defense before I pick Cobb. And if I wanted to have a crazy sleeper, Mercedes Lewis could be a better play at tight end than possibly sneaking out the backfield or something for a touchdown or something like that, than Tanyan. So that would be the best plays there. So now let's go ahead and get into how we want to build this lineup, man. I want to take shots at Christian Watson. I really do. I gotta have St. Brown. We play a zone defense. I think he's gonna kill us. He possibly was one of the best captain plays, period. Because let's see. Minnesota, he only had 13 points. Carolina runs a zone-style defense. He only had 14 points. Jets, zone-style defense, 15 points. Okay, Jacksonville, I believe they're a zone-style defense. Let me make sure. I believe it is, though. Let me see. Go to zones here. Okay, yeah, zone-style defense. He kills them. Buffalo zone-style defense kills them. Giants is a man. Chicago is a man, right? Yeah, man. Does really good against them. Green Bay doesn't do good. Miami, man. New England, man. So seems like he's had his best games though against zone, even though we've seen some where he didn't do too well. But definitely, I feel like he's probably gonna kill us just because he's gonna line up. I don't think we're gonna shadow him with Jair. If we do, then he'll probably possibly have a hard time, and they'll have to go somewhere else. I do like their running backs. I just don't know which one I would want to go with because last week, they both did good. Were they at home last week though? Yeah, they were at home. They've been like one of the only teams I noticed that they've been able to always start off the season. They have both of their running backs usually do good on the first game, and you could have possibly had both of their running backs. Like they've been that team where you could have had both of their running backs and won some slates. I know I'm gonna probably want one of their running backs for sure. I'm just trying to figure this out because I know Green Bay is like they're gonna run the ball too. But they might want to air it out just a little bit more once the run game is going. This is a man-style defense. I believe, the receivers on Green Bay could get open in this game. Tanyan and Dobbs, man. It's like this is going to probably be, the third time we got Dobbs and Watson on the field at the same time. Man, I know one of these games, one of these days, I mean, if the season continues to go, Dobbs and Watson is going to have a really good game together. And I know Detroit has been that team to give up 2 receivers too in games. So possibly I'm gonna go with the Dobbs here. I want Rodgers. And do I have enough to get I have enough to get Jamal Williams. And this is kind of perfect right here because I could take one of the tight end plays. That's sneaky. Reynolds, Raymond, Jameson. I got all the receivers, even Mercedes Lewis. For like if I really wanted to do something crazy, I can do Mercedes Lewis and have 2,300 here. I really like this because this also gives me the option to get to Swift. If I take Mercedes Lewis, I think I could have had still one of the other options. Yeah, I'm still at, wow, that's great. So I still can get to Raymond Reynolds and all of them with having Swift, and I can switch to running back. That's perfect. I really like this lineup here. So that's it, man. Hope y'all enjoyed that. I hope y'all cash big this weekend. Win that big money. Y'all know this is the last week of the season, man. So cash out big, y'all, so we can get into this playoffs and be able to make some more money. It's your boy Jaystar. Good luck this week. I'm out, y'all. Peace.